Greetings, students. Congratulations. You've gotten through your keywords and concepts videos. Always exciting, I know. So now we get to move into the actual history bit of our week, which is always my favorite. Yay! All right. So this week we're actually going to use documentaries as our secondary source. So you're welcome. That's my little gift to you guys this week. Your secondary source this week are going to be documentaries. So we're going to watch those first because, it's counterintuitive. But we start with the secondary sources because they usually give us more information than the primary sources will. And then we can understand the primary sources better, right? So we're going to start with our secondary source. And today our first secondary source is entitled Slavery and Suffering. It's actually part of a History of Africa series that was like 32 episodes long. You don't have to watch all 32 episodes, just this one. So it was a really interesting series, actually. If you want to watch the rest of it, a bunch of it's on YouTube. But this one is just about the African slave trade as it was practiced in Africa. So we're actually spending almost all of our time in this documentary in Africa, learning about what it looked like over there, right? So what was going on to get those folks into those boats to bring them over here? That's the idea. So the video also does a really good job, which is why I picked it, of explaining the knowledge transfer that occurred. So we like to think often that this was just a transfer of labor, right? That those were just human bodies that we were bringing over to America to do work. It was so much more than that, guys. America would not have succeeded without the knowledge that those folks brought. Okay, one of our earliest crops in America was rice. We didn't know how to grow rice, guys. We had no idea how to grow rice. Do you know who knew how to grow rice? African women. African women knew how to grow rice. They taught us how to grow rice. We have documents of this. We can prove it. Like, they actually taught us how to grow rice. They're the only reason that crop succeeded here at all. There were also a number of spinning and weaving technologies, printing technologies for fabric, a number of technologies like this, that there was a knowledge transfer between the enslaved people, the people we brought over just to work, who had knowledge that we didn't, because of course they did. Folks are folks, as I always say, folks are folks, so they're always going to be doing the same things. So this is really interesting. We're starting in Africa with this documentary. So as you're watching the documentary, I did try to prepare this unit for your signature assignment, which is coming up. Think about the different kinds of slavery. Think about how we value labor, what kinds of labor we value. These are all really important questions to be asking yourselves as you're watching this particular documentary. So go ahead and give this one a watch. As always, it's a slave trade documentary, guys. Trigger warnings kind of implicit. It's not going to be the pleasantest thing to watch, but this one actually doesn't have a lot of gory things in it. They mostly just talk to historians and things, so that's pretty nice. So go ahead and give that a watch and then come back and I'll introduce you to our second documentary that we're watching this week. All right, I'll see you in the next video.